Well, many of the people who were killed 3 nights ago at the Pulse nightclub, they were just starting their lives as young adults. They had dreams for their future. They were making plans. That was certainly the case for Juan Ramon Guerrera and his boyfriend Christopher Andrew Leinenen, who was known as Drew. Juan was 22, just days short of celebrating his 23rd birthday. Drew was 32. They were deeply in love. They hoped to get married. That dream was destroyed early Sunday morning, and now their families are planning funerals. Drew's mom, Christine, joins me now. Thank you so much for being here. What do you want people to know about your son?
I want people to know that he was a genuinely great person. He was fun, he was happy, he was Orlando's child.
He started a gay-straight alliance, is that right, when he was a kid?
When he was in high school, he started a gay-straight alliance, and he won the Anna Frank Humanitarian Award for that. And they had a big ceremony, and I was very proud of him for that.
And he and Juan were talking about marriage?
Well, they were madly in love in a way that I've never seen him, over the past 15 years. He's had, boyfriends of a duration of 1 year, 6 years, I think. Jose, one of his former boyfriends, is actually being my right-hand man right now for me while I'm waiting for my family from up north. But he loved, of course, he loved every man that he then had a relationship with, of course, but he loved Juan in a that special kind of way and look, and
you could tell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That he was the one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people I know who were in that club who, in some cases, their parents didn't even know and maybe weren't supportive. There was one young man who had just come out to his parents. He wasn't sure how his parents would deal with it, and they supported him. Were you supportive from the beginning? I mean, it sounds like you realized it kind of early on.
Well, I was supportive, but not directly. I didn't know. I didn't want to do the wrong thing.
Right.
So I just let him live his life, and
come to you in his own time.
And we just, kept up the facade, the unspoken.
Because you found out in 9th grade, kind of on your own, that he was gay, but he didn't tell you right away.
And then when he starts the gay-straight alliance, and we saw him kissing his boyfriend, saying goodbye. We know that
Something's up.
Yeah, and they were cool together. They were like teenagers with their first loves, that they're going to be goofy. Right. So sometimes you don't know if they're just being goofy, because you don't want to then say, hey, are you this? And then you're that weird, creepy parent, like, oh, you want to be the cool parent, but you're really just the creepy parent. So, and you don't know, because kids who aren't even heterosexual, but they're a teenage girl and a teenage boy, they kiss each other and hug each other like you would think that they're dating or something, but they're just friends. And
where does your strength come from? I mean, you're smiling, you're able to talk about your son. I think there's a lot of people.
Because I love him. I could be sad, and I have incredibly sad moments, and I could be angry, and I've been given a license to be angry for different types of treatments. But when you want to know about the love, and the love is going to usurp the hate, that's a given.
And you feel that love?
Oh, I feel that love with Christopher, with his friends, with you, with the Orlando community. Christopher was Orlando's child. Even though I gave birth to him, Orlando is now the adoptive mother, because she made Christopher feel the love and acceptance. He went to UCF here in Orlando. That's where he went away to school. I was saying, are you sure you don't want to stay in Pinellas County? No, I want to go away. I want to go to Orlando, to UCF. So he came here to Orlando. He went to undergrad here. He went to UCF grad school. He stayed here after grad school. He loved Orlando. He loved Orlando.
Well, he was incredibly lucky to have you as a mom.
My luck started when I gave birth to my son.
Christine, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, dear.
We're just going to take a quick break. Our special coverage from Orlando continues in just a moment. Well, over the past 3 days, frankly, a lot of people have been publicly expressing their support for the LGBT community, including Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. And frankly, that surprised a lot of gay and lesbian people here in the state because it simply doesn't track with her record. I asked her about it earlier today. I want to ask you, I saw you the other day saying that anyone who attacks the LGBT community, our LGBT community, you said, will be gone after with the full extent of the law.
Exactly right.
I talked to a lot of gay and lesbian people here yesterday who are not fans of yours and who said that they thought you were being a hypocrite, that you for years have fought, you've basically gone after gay people, said that in court that gay people, simply by fighting for marriage equality, were trying to do harm to the people of Florida, to induce public harm, I believe was the term you used in court. Do you really think you're a champion of the gay community?
Let me tell you, when I was sworn in as Attorney General, I put my hand on the Bible and was sworn to uphold the Constitution of the state of Florida. That's not a law. That was voted into our state constitution by the voters of Florida. That's what I was defending. Had nothing to do, I've never said I don't like gay people. That's ridiculous.
But do you worry about using language accusing gay people of trying to do harm to the people of Florida when doesn't that send a message to some people who might have bad ideas in mind?
Anderson, I don't believe gay people could do harm to the state of Florida.
But you argued that in court.
My lawyer argued a case defending what the Supreme Court allowed the voters to put in our state constitution.
But you were arguing that gay marriage, if there was gay marriage, if there was same-sex marriage, that would do harm to the people of Florida, to Florida society.
That it was constitutional to put that in the Constitution.
Are you saying you did not believe it would do harm to Florida?
Of course not. Of course not. Gay people, no, I've never said that. Those words have never come out of my mouth.
But that is specifically what you were arguing in court.
You know, no. What we argued was it was in the Constitution of the state of Florida. Let me give you an example. Medical marijuana. A 12-year-old could get it if it passed. We took that to the Supreme Court because of that language. Hold on. But if that passed, I would defend that as well because it's my job to defend what's in the Constitution of the state of Florida. That's what it was about. The
hotline that you've been talking about on television, which allows family members and spouses of the dead to get information, which is incredibly important, and I appreciate you talking about it on the air. Had there been no gay marriage, had there been no same-sex marriage, you do realize that spouses, there would be no spouses, that boyfriends and girlfriends of the dead would not be able to get information and would not be able to probably even visit in the hospital here. Well, so isn't there a sick irony in that?
Well, yeah, and let me tell you something, let me take it a step farther. People aren't, right now, who are partners and aren't married officially, aren't able to get information. So we're trying to assist them in getting information because early on,
isn't there a sick irony that you for years were fighting that very idea?
I was defending the Constitution of what over 69% of the voters put in the Constitution.
But the federal court said that's not the Constitution, and you continued to fight it.
No, that's why we rushed it to get it to the U.S. Supreme Court because we needed
before
finality.
It was the Supreme Court, there was a federal judge, and you continued to fight it after the federal judge ruled. And in fact, you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money fighting it.
We rushed to get it to the Supreme Court. You know what today's about? Human beings. Today's about victims.
It's about gay and lesbian victims.
It sure is. LGBT victims.
I will say, I have never really seen you talk about gays and lesbians and transgender people in a positive way until now. I read your Twitter history for the last year, and I saw you tweeting about, National Dog Month and National Shelter Dog Appreciation Day or Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. It is Gay Pride Month. You've never even tweeted about Gay Pride Month.
Well, actually, if you look at my website now, we have hands clasped together, all different colored rainbow hands.
So you just put that up now?
Yeah, I did after this horrible tragedy, absolutely.
Well,
the only thing I'm championing are human beings whose lives were lost.
So that's your message to gay and lesbian people here? Because again, I'm just telling you what people have been telling me to ask you. Moving forward, do you see yourself as being a vocal champion for gay and lesbian citizens in the state?
They are citizens just like anyone else, of course. My goodness, Anderson, we've had 49 people murdered simply because they were in a bar at the wrong time.
Right.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm a career prosecutor. These family members are devastated.
Well, it's good to
These
hear.
surviving victims are devastated.
'Cause I know
that's what this is about.
Right. I know a lot of gay and lesbian people in the state want to feel that the people who represent them represent everybody in the state.
We're human beings,
Right.
and that's what this is about.
Well, I appreciate
that's
you
what
talking
this
to
is
us.
about. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all you're doing on behalf of the victims.
Thank
A footnote, by the way, we checked Ms. Bondi's political and official website. So far, we haven't been able to find the hands clasped in rainbow colors that she just mentioned. If someone from her office would like to point out exactly where to find that image, we would certainly let people know about it. Just ahead.